just got it, so I'm opening it up. I'm gonna.
All right.
Gonna mute you. Mute that though.
Is this link?
Click right.
Share. Copy. Boom.
And send to the future.
Bing.
So if you're interested in seeing the two John M teams go head to head in a simulation, click over to his channel.
Fire it up. The New York Giants, who are 8-1, getting their first loss served to them by Mr. Vinny, ex-Vincent, last week. In a very close game. It was probably one of the better games I've played in a long time.
Yeah, that was definitely.
And they're going against the other team I'm running, the Oilers, who are currently still undefeated at 9-0.
Pass complete to Raymond Berry for the first down. We'll try not to be confusing to the viewers, as you know, you're getting a party chat for both teams. But
Yeah.
I definitely recommend you watch both games. And that's the end of the third quarter, with the Colts leading tied with the Chargers.
Turnover differential between the Giants and the Oilers, man. The Giants are -12, the Oilers are 18. That's just weird.
That is weird. How are the Giants so bad? Once you get through all this pomp and circumstance, is when you start doing
Well, this game gets all the pomp and circumstance.
Some think this is a Super Bowl preview. Should the defending Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys have something to say about that? As do the defending AFL champion Baltimore Colts. The Bears, the Broncos, the Bills. And of course the Peter Powers like the Chargers and Packers.
Alright, so I gotta go here. We gotta go to Super Sim, right? Well.
Yep, L3.
L3.
That's not the screen.
Square.
No, L3 is the, get out of this. L3 is the toggle, the joystick. Just tap, push it down.
It's not letting me do anything.
Alright, get out of this.
Oh, there we go.
Pause my answer.
I found it. So we go to adjust Super Sim speed to slow, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then jump forward to end of game.
And then just sit back
here we
and
go.
watch. And may the best team win.
Yeah. Should be an interesting game. George Blanda coming in.
Unitas complete to Berry, and Berry breaks
interceptions with 19
touchdowns. 46-yard
touchdowns.
touchdown pass. I'm sorry, we're talking over each other.
Yeah.
I had a touchdown.
To show us weekly game boosts.
Yeah, they only do that the one time. Yeah. And Myra's kick is good, and the Colts have taken a 13-6 lead.
Billy Cannon slashes an 11-yard run to start off the game. Last week he had 248 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's trying to catch up to Mr. Brown. I forget. Seeing him again on the carry. 7 yards on that one.
Well, Jack Kemp coming back out now, trailing for the first time in the game, and unusual scenario for them this season. They are 8-1. Their only loss coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Blanda on the play action rollout gets sacked. for a loss of a bunch. Setting up for a 3rd and 15 now.
Oh, Andy Nelson with a perfect defense. Kemp was going deep. I was trying to sack Kemp, but he threw it as I switched, and next thing I know, I'm the safety, and luckily it worked out fine. Kemp is sacked on the blitz by Marv Matuza.
There you go.
So as Blanda goes down in one game, Kemp goes down in the other.
3rd and 15. Blanda in the shotgun. And sacked. The Giants managed to shut them down.
Two teams that were in the real 1961 AFL title game are both currently on the field. And, Kemp's pass is incomplete. Don Shinnick was in there to force this throw as he tried to
Rosie Greer gets the sack.
And so we got the two teams who've met in the 60 and 61 AFL titles on one side of the ball, the Chargers and Oilers. On the other, the Colts and Giants met in the 58 and 59 NFL title games. So definitely 4 top teams of the era.
Fair catch is calling it the 32.
Nice.
The Giants get ready to start their first drive of the game.
With 5:35 to go in the game.
20 touchdowns and 24 interceptions for Mr. Tittle.
That has a lot to do with your turnover differential, I bet you.
Yeah, I'm betting on that one too.
20 miles ahead for 7 yards.
Webster slashes a big run to start his first drive of the game. 17 yards. Right up the middle. Mr. Feltz says, "Go Oilers-ish." He's kind of torn. It's okay. I understand.
Unitas complete to D. Mackey for the first down. 5 minutes to go. Yeah, me personally, I don't have a dog in the NFL right now. I'm a 2-horse AFL guy, so I'm rooting for the Giants just to bring the Titans down from around the people perch.
It is kind of interesting to see the differences between the two teams that are run by the same individual. I don't know if it speaks to the type of players that are on it, or if there's a psychological difference, or who knows. Be an interesting case study, I suppose.
Yeah, you got better players on the Oilers, but the Giants, although they're still going to championship games, they're on a decline.
It's another rush. Webster was only held to 54 yards last week against you.
That's right.
You corralled him pretty good. So run up the Giants their first loss.
Oh, and Unitas is going to be sacked. They have a 3rd and 12. Well, that works too. It keeps the clock running, although in the 3rd and 12 we're going to have to throw 2 by accident on that play. No, in the old days, you could just put the control in the middle and you could have done both uniforms and it would have been fine.
Oh, yeah.
EA Sports decides to change things up on us.
It's because they got a monopoly on it. Shotgun everything to the right. PA. Tittle rolls out to the left, and he's going to run it. He's going to slide short 2 yards. 3rd and 2.
We're going to have one of these in a couple of weeks between Colts and Bills. United snaps the ball, fakes the handoff to Joe Perry. He rolls out, and he is going to be sacked by Allen. It'll be 4th and 19. And with a 13-6 lead, the Colts are going to have to punt. That fake punt that I did on you for all them yards, I did again today, but teams are starting to adjust to it. I made the first down, but only because of the pure
Tittle trying to run
greatness.
again. Almost breaks away. Gets almost back to the line. He actually loses a yard. Now it's 4th and 3 on the Oilers 33. So the Giants probably come out for a field goal here.
You see Brian's comment?
Yes.
I know you don't have your chat turned on, but
No, I got it on my phone. Pass is coming. No doubt.
so Gilbert gets the punt off. It's going to bounce out at the 6. So the Chargers are going to tie up this game. They're down by 7.
Nice short drive into it. Giants open up the scoring 3-0 with 2:32
Summerall
left in the first
with
quarter.
a 50-yard field goal.
And he drilled it too.
Oh my!
Even though, yeah, he's sitting here watching it with me. He's trying to fight going to sleep.
Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Chargers. 2:31 to go in the game. The Chargers are 94 yards away from it. It is Colts 13, the Chargers 6. Overthrows his man. Braze almost gets the safety. He said it many times.
Look at this, coming out for their second possession of the game. Pitched to Cannon to the right, and he is hammered in the backfield for a 2-yard
Legend of John
loss.
Haddle. That'll be next season. He's in college right now. This is Jack Kemp.
Sam Huff getting the tackle.
Kemp takes off running and he picks up 15 yards. The good thing is they need a touchdown, so
I would love to see a player today like Sam Huff. Well, of course, he'd be flagged every play, but...
Yeah. I think there's some guys who have that potential.
Oh, yeah.
No, Haddle's still in college. He gets drafted in 62 along with... oh, why is he wide open? Well, we're at the 2-minute warning, and now all of a sudden the Colts Chargers are up to 34. They're 66 yards away. Lance Allworth is also drafted in 62 for the Chargers. 2 minutes to go. I always laugh when I see that John White's 20-yard guards. And that's an inside joke.
Dropping back, looking for somebody. Got plenty of time. Got 9 yards out of it, but not enough for the first down. White was right at the line, but not enough to cross it. And drop back in the punt formation. I'd love to see him run a fake punt.
I got 2 minutes left. Tell Orlando to go up to batting. I'll be up to Tucker and
No fair catch this time. Patton takes the ball. It's up to the 29, 30, 29. Only 10 yards on that return.
Art Donovan with a sack. Loss of 8 yards. Huge sack. The clock is running. The Chargers have 3 timeouts, but they're not calling it.
Let's see if Y.A. Tittle can make another drive to get some more points on the board. Yeah, he did have enough time there for that.
Roberson picks up 5.
Incomplete.
3rd and 18 with a minute 36 to go. We get a nail biter in Baltimore via Indianapolis.
That was just a good play on the defender's part. Getting him to drop the ball.
Incomplete pass. 4th down. No, they still have 3 timeouts, so if they don't make this, I'm going to have to.
Ooh, Webster trying to cut up and get some yardage out of it. He only got about 5 yards. 6 yards.
But, let's see what the Madden gods do to me. Oh, and of course, the first down. I anticipated him running, so I peeled off my...
Tittle drops it back, trying to run it. Gets in his one guy's way, but he does manage to get like 15 yards, 21 yards? I don't know.
into Baltimore territory at the 38 with a minute 11 to go. Come on, what is going on here?
That was kind of a messy play. I thought he was going to get tackled by his own guy behind the line. Y.A. Tittle making plays for the Giants.
You can get some pressure on him.
I remember that picture of Y.A. Tittle being like 4 feet in the air throwing the ball, looking like he's just standing there.
Damn it! Kemp just ran 31 yards for a touchdown.
Takes the handoff. Tittle rolling right, running. Gets another first down with the slide to the 41.
13-12. George Blair lines up the extra point.
Tittle, I think, is currently leading the Giants in rushing for the day with 3 for 32 yards.
10 plays, 96 yards. 44 seconds to go. Game is tied at 13. Colts have all 3 timeouts.
I'll tell you what, watching these games are almost more exciting than actually watching a real NFL game. Tittle with the fake handoff.
Oh my goodness!
Again, but he gets sacked and a fumble.
Oh my God!
Picked
Raymond Berry's gone right up the middle. No flags. Touchdown Colts with 33 seconds to go. A 96-yard kickoff return for Raymond Berry.
Yeah, Jim Brown's got a good cushion right now for the rushing leader in the NFL. Cannon's trying to catch up to him, but Cannon's got some work. And Webster could make the leap, but he'd have to have a breakout
Bounces
game.
off Paul McGuire and goes the distance. Wow. And now with 33 seconds to go, the Colts will kick off to the Chargers, who still have all 3 timeouts.
2nd and 15 to start the second quarter, and Tittle gets sacked again, fumbles the ball, and Norton gets it in a scoop and gone for 6. The Oilers get the first points on a defensive fumble recovery to open the second quarter.
You sure he was down? I was just saying, you sure he's down?
No, he popped that out. He got hit and it went right over his shoulder before he sat down.
It's kind of hard for me to watch, though.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Okay. In 30 seconds, I'll disappear for a few minutes to put the kids to bed, but then I'll be all eyes on you.
The Oilers add one more to it, and now they lead 7-3. And their offense didn't even have to come on the field for the second quarter.
Dual shot battery level low. No. In 22 seconds. I'm going to need to switch controllers. The Chargers got the ball down to the 50 on one play. Kemp. Oh, damn it. And he gets out of bounds. Down to the 22. What is going on? Jack Kemp was injured on that play, and Hunter Enos is in.
Webster with the ball. Gets a big pickup. 13 yards on the carry.
Hunter Enos completes the pass. Timeout, 9 seconds. 2nd and 3 at the 15. And you know when the backup quarterback comes in, they're always on fire too.
Tittle was trying to make plays.
Enos to the end zone.
Ended up costing the Giants on a turnover.
He'd have been better off throwing to Roscoe on that one. 3rd down and 3. 4 seconds to go.
Red. Second string.
Ball on the 15.
He got nowhere.
I need to get a Dukes of Hazzard.
It's funny because Webb's not that bad.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the Chargers tight end was wide open. Kemp goes down to injury. And I'm glad that he wasn't in there to win the game, but on the other hand, hopefully it's nothing too serious to follow some of Buffalo in 62.
It is now official. I have a snoring 2-month-old on. He is finally falling asleep. I'm not sure if that's indicative of his view on football, or just the fact that he's a 2-month-old and he's ghosted.
Well, the Baltimore Colts get to 7-3. Chargers fall to 8-2. All right, bud. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you tune over to the John M channel. Catch the Oilers and Giants game. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent, and I ended off with it. Well, you can hear me on John's channel. I'm Vinny Vincent, and Johnny Unitas had a completion percentage of 666. That's not good. I can't hear you anymore. You're still talking?
I'm still here, yes.
Okay. All of a sudden, you're really quiet.
Oh, no.
What a hard fought game.
Sounded like it. Pitch to Cannon to the right. He makes a spin and gets another 5 yards out of it for a 14-yard rush.
Oh my goodness. I gotta switch controllers. I'm gonna go put the kids to bed. I'll be back in a minute.
That's fine. Nice spin. I really ruled on much for offense, but then again, all the points so far from defense. Delayed handoff to Cannon. He gets the first down. He's starting to get momentum.
Yep. I'm gonna bring it up on here in a minute. I didn't click on a video. What the heck? Should go.
Another delayed handoff. Brown this time. He only got about 2 yards out of it.
Yeah, he'll get credit for 2
Now, I don't know if the AI is reflecting the user's play style. But you definitely see 2 different styles going on between the 2 teams. The Giants trying to spread it out and throw a little bit more. Whereas the Oilers definitely have a stronger rush attack going on. Trying to spread it out and throw, but Landon will take it and run if he has to. Ooh, wide open Roman down the middle of the seam for a touchdown. The Oilers are starting to open the gap. He had nobody around him for at least 5 yards. Extra points, good. Looks like Tennessee may have the momentum for this game. With 3:44 left in the first half. Webster's averaging 7.8 yards per carry on 6 rushes. He keeps that up, and he could have a pretty big game. Might even keep the Giants in it. Ooh, false start by the Giants. Number 62. Webster gets the ball, bounces off the block, gets back up to about where the original line of scrimmage was. Poodley. Poodley? I don't know how to say that. That was Poodle. No back. Shotgun. 3 right, 1 left. Tittle's looking right. Gets the incomplete. It's a slot guy, and he didn't even have enough for a first down had he caught it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. You haven't really missed too much. Blanda threw a 40-plus yard strike to Groman. He was wide open.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Jack Kemp is that was probably the toughest test for a quarterback.
Tittle getting the first down. Tittle getting about 20 yards on that rush. 4 rushes for 51 yards. My Tittle. Between Tittle and Webster, the Giants have over 100 yards rushing already.
You know, there's about a 2-second delay from
basically
what you're seeing.
2 steps back. Yeah. Took 2 steps back and then tucked it and ran. Giants coming out. Double tight.
Come on, Giants.
And tucks it again. Gets another first down. Strikes about 18 yards on that one. 3. He's going to have his own 100-yard rushing game.
You know, I'll tell you what. This running quarterback, it was probably the April update.
Yeah.
EA Sports. And all of a sudden the quarterback started running constantly.
He's definitely
doesn't matter who they are.
I think he's got more rushing attempts than he does passing attempts.
The Chargers had no running game, but Kemp probably had 100 yards rushing.
Single back. Get the handoff to Webster. Webster breaks through the line, gets about 12 yards on the carry. He's got 8 rushes for 63 yards. And Tittle's at 60-something yards himself, I forget already. But he's on like 7 or 8 carries. Hand off to Webb. Webb gets nowhere. And we have reached the 2-minute warning for the first half between the 8-1 Giants and the 9-0 Oilers.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Giants are trying to get themselves to close this gap on the scoreboard. Tittle with the fake handoff. Looking right. Gets Walton on a cross pattern. Maybe 23 yards. 24 yards out.
1 yard. 1 yard officially.
It was what, 7,
last player's at the 25.
Yeah.
Now, looking at 25 to the 24, but the way they mark the yards and the way they do the first downs,
they got to redo that stuff, because especially like when you got the short distances, they need to start getting the measurement back out.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants have rushed, what was it, 16 times versus 4 pass plays?
Yep.
Watch Tittle tuck it and go. He's rolling right. He's thinking about
pretty,
it.
Pretty 1960 right there.
Was that an incomplete pass? Yeah, it was. Looks like he might have had his foot out of bounds when he caught it. What happened here? That was a... Oh no, he just dropped it. I thought he caught the ball. That was an incomplete pass. Giants settling for another field goal. Almost a reflection of real life.
Mm-hmm. So the age-old question. Pat Summerall from 41 yards now. The age-old question begs to be asked. You know how, like, when you have multiple quarterbacks on your roster who are capable. Jeff Hostetler, Phil Simms. What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah.
Because Simms' ratings, I'm sure, come 91, 92 will be going down.
Yeah,
Hostetler will be on the
ends up
upwards.
because of his injury and whatnot.
Yeah, but the injury, that's the odd thing, is the injury is not going to
Yeah, the
take
injury
place the
won't
same
take place the same way, if at all. For all we know, he could
But,
actually end up IR or something, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I mean,
because this is completely a different, as the people at Marvel and DC would put a different universe.
it's just a Sack to the Future universe,
Yes.
where there were 32 teams in 1960. Well, 12 of them were semi-pro.
And Brian has joined us. Or no,
You mean Phantom Fighter?
Phantom Fighter, my bad. I was reading Brian's last one. He said he would pick
Phantom?
up the game when he got home, yep.
Phantom, you missed a hell of a game between the Colts and the Chargers. And to quote former WWE wrestler Damien Sandow, "You're welcome." Don't get too cocky, I'll end up losing to another semi-pro team.
So far, you're seeing Blanda throw pretty well all over the place. Big catch right there. Hennigan was wide open and had to lay out and get that. But Blanda's been able to throw all over the place. Y.A. Tittle has got almost more rushing yards than Webster.
Hennigan annoys me seeing his name because it's wrong. And there's nothing I can do about it. They won't let me put it
Timeout.
right because it's offensive.
Tennessee. Minute 1 left in the second quarter. Tennessee's trying to spread this gap out even more.
Giants need to come up with
And
a
they're
big
dropping
jumper.
back. Oh. Looking
Giants and
left.
Bears playing
I
Sunday.
think that was Hennigan again. I might have missed that. But Hennigan didn't have the steps he needed. He was 2 up. The first points of the game for the Oilers came from a sack fumble scoop that was returned. And the Giants have nothing but field goals.
Bring that to Duval. Come on, Giants. This will be probably the last chance we have to knock the Titans off.
They got to start picking something up. I mean, their defense is working overtime right now.
Well, no, the Titans still play the they
Nice
still play the
time.
Cowboys.
Blanda's
Or,
got plenty of time. Gets Cannon on the out. Cannon spins. Oh, gets out at the 4. 45 seconds left. Titans, I forget. I think they have the Cowboys one more time. I might be wrong though.
well, I know you
Nice.
played the Browns. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't believe you played the Cowboys yet. You're supposed to.
I think I got one more game against. It's 1st and goal from the 4 for the Oilers. Blanda has just been tearing it up through the air.
Billy Cannon is definitely playing the way a Heisman Trophy winner is supposed to play.
And the blitz comes through and gets Blanda.
Marlon Savari, who had the long interception return for touchdown against the Cowboys.
Yeah. That was a delayed blitz from the looks of it, too. He just had a beeline right for him. Blanda was looking, he had plenty of time. Just nobody got open in time. I kind of very much enjoy doing this whole sim view.
You ought to check out
Yeah, now the out
Phantom
man.
Fighters.
Back to the 4-3 maybe.
You gotta check out Phantom Fighter series. Especially that Giants-Cowboys game. That was a real competitive game.
Yeah.
86 Giants versus
time
92
out.
Cowboys. I'm just
Yeah, I
wondering
think so too. If Cannon had
how
stayed healthy
long-
last season. Touchdown to Cannon in the middle. No, that wasn't Cannon. Who was that? That was Roman. My bad. Roman, I thought.
Bill Roman.
Yeah. Number 89.
We've already established that he catches things Raymond Berry can't.
Yeah. He just happened to
Well-
squeak in with no coverage on him.
As far as the comment from Fighter about 1960, it's hard for me to agree with that considering the Colts were the beneficiaries and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I do know that although so what Jim Brown did to the Colts in the AFC Championship game early on, they definitely had a different run defense last year than this year. Tonight, the Colts were able to hold Bo Roberson and Keith Lincoln, just not Jack Kemp. And my dog responded.
If it makes you feel any better, I got a 2-month-old snoring on me.
I gotta work a
Granted.
double tomorrow. How's that?
2-month-old, even if he farts, it doesn't really stink.
No, but a 2-month-old can poop their pants and stink. What commentary from...
He had a good one this morning. It didn't really reek or nothing, but he had a good one. And we've reached
You were
halftime, 21-6. The Oilers over the Giants.
You are definitely not listening to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
No. Wow, the Giants have -4 passing yards, but 135 rushing yards between their quarterback and the running back.
Yeah, the Oilers really don't have that much. They have that defensive touchdown.
Yeah. Well, they got 2 offensive touchdowns now. They started their scoring with a defensive touchdown.
What hurts their passing stats is all these sacks.
Yeah, there was the Norton touchdown that opened up Oilers scoring.
Oh, he took it right off the... It didn't even hit the ground.
And Groman right down the seam. Matter of fact, both touchdowns that Blanda's thrown were to Groman. Blanda and
Seems to be
Groman
his favorite player.
connecting twice.
The one negative about doing this when we play ourselves is if you're in a battle, excuse me, a statistical battle or something,
Yeah.
like you have no control over.
Webster's
Oh.
9 for 65 yards. Pretty sure Wyatt
Close or
Tittle
far
was
behind?
pretty close to that too.
Jim Brown, you are.
I want to say they're like 500 yards behind Jim Brown. So they're like Webster or Cannon, either one of them. They're both, Webster and Cannon are both right about neck and neck themselves. But there's about a 500-yard gap to Jim Brown. So one of them would have to have an outbreak game, like record-setting. Now let's see if Tittle's going to keep up his rushing game. Yeah, he's rolling left. That rolled right into a sack. Thought he was going to start running it.
I'm shutting my laptop down. I don't mean to kill the battery. Just watch you on the TV. Mike Duke's on the sack, huh?
I'm thinking if he didn't run into him, if Tittle didn't run into him, he was going to tuck it and go.
Oh, I had a couple sacks like that where actually Kemp fell down and it was a race to see who could go touch him first. And it ended up being Matuzak, I believe.
There goes Tittle. And he got a first down. That's a big run. This is a 30-yarder. 6 rushes for 93 yards. I'm telling you, Tittle's going to end up with 100 yards by himself.
And I just noticed a negative to turning my laptop off. I now can't see the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim Brown is definitely arguably one of the best ever. Yeah, he's been tearing it up.
We're all going to get our share of
He's not done
big-time
running,
running
guaranteed.
backs.
Dropping back, and there he goes again. Rolling left. Trying to get more out of it. He's at 99 yards and 7 carries. No huddle.
Take
Really?
the
No
in-between
huddle?
plays to highlight some of the future running backs that the league will see. The Browns, of course, going to have Ernest Biner.
Tuck it. Oh, no, he's found the receiver this time. Walton. Getting the
Eric
first
Metcalf.
down. Y.A. Tittle's 3 for 6 for 13 yards passing. He is destroying his passing game with his running game.
Leroy Kelly.
2 yards per attempt. Ouch.
The Cowboys will be Dan Reeves, Dwayne Thomas, Tony Dorsett, Emmitt
Oh.
Smith.
That
Zeke
was
Elliott.
almost a bad play.
The
Giants
Bears.
definitely need to get their passing game on par here, because right now their double-headed rushing game, as impressive as it is, isn't quite cutting it.
The Bears have Gale Sayers coming, Walter Payton, Neil
Webster.
Anderson.
Webster pushing into the inside the 10. Now at the 8, and he's 11 carries for 99 yards. Wow.
That was a good run. He ran somebody over. The Broncos, Rob Lytle.
Both of them are at 99 yards right now.
You'll have to keep
200
me updated on that.
Yeah,
Actually, I can turn it on my phone.
Tittle
My phone's
throwing
got a battery.
touchdown to his slot receiver. First career touchdown reception to, I can't think of his name because I didn't notice it. Number 28.
Okay.
That's not Webster, is it? I'm having a brain
No,
fart.
25.
25 is Webster.
Gale Sayers, yep, Gale Sayers. No, I was answering Fighter.
Yeah, I see that.
Walter Payton, Neil Anderson, Rashawn Salam, Matt Forte.
Giants get back
Broncos.
into the game with that touchdown. Down by 8.
The Broncos have Rob Lytle, Sammy Winder, a little-known running back for about one season by the name of Tony Dorsett, Terrell Davis. Of course, the Cowboys, like I said, have Dorsett most of the career. The Buffalo Bills, Cookie Gilchrist will also be a Bronco. O.J. Simpson.
15. Goes
Herman
it up to
Thomas.
40, 44.
And then a bunch of guys who get better when they leave Buffalo. Well, wasn't Salam a Heisman Trophy winner? Or he was some kind of trophy winner. He had the talent, he just didn't have the drive.
You are the guru. I
He
am the
recently
student.
passed away, too. George playing at 8 of 9. What team am I missing? Have I gone over? Oh, the Giants and Oilers. Jeez.
Cannon.
The Oilers.
5 yards on that. 4 yards.
Oilers have some guy named Earl Campbell coming their way in the 70s.
Earl Campbell.
That you're gonna have a lot of fun with him. Gary Brown. For those couple of years where you're stuck being the Tennessee Titans, you'll have Eddie George before you can take over the Texans. And then the Texans, you'll have Arian
Brandon
Foster.
Harrigan across the field. Wide open. 9 for 10 for 144 yards. Landa is having a stellar passing game right now.
The Giants running backs, I mean, you're going to get Frank Gifford back in 62. But
Tiki Barber. Oh, when is Tiki?
oh, Tiki Barber. Yeah. Joe Morris, Otis Anderson,
Yep,
1-2 punch there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You'll have Thunder and Lightning with Rodney Hampton and
Yep, and Tiki.
Barber.
Ahmad Bradshaw. Well, he's not until the 2000s.
The Falcons, I'm going to have William
Cannon's
Andrews.
getting the ball. He's not getting nowhere.
William Andrews, Jamal Anderson. Will we get to Tiki? I sure hope so.
That would be impressive.
John's the youngest, so you got the best shot.
Cannon getting the ball again. Cannon getting breakthrough. Cannon almost down at side. I would say he was at the 5. He's down at the 6. Oilers looking to put more points on the board here in a minute.
Heisman Trophy winners. How many? That's the next query. The question.
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Obviously, right now, he wasn't a Heisman Trophy winner.
Where's that? No.
Well, you want to see kick return? Make sure you check out that Colts Chargers game.
Yeah. I had a kick return with the Oilers the other day. I'm pretty sure, didn't I? Touchdown to this number 2 back.
And back to Don Brown. Is that what?
Yeah, I think it was Brown. Yeah. It wasn't
Don.
Cannon.
I'm not really sure that.
Yeah, it was Brown. He managed to get in from 4 yards out.
Heisman Trophy winners, you got
off of the tackle.
Billy Cannon. I'm going to have O.J. Simpson.
They do seem quite the unstoppable force. They weren't having much success with the run at the beginning, and the run's starting to open up again.
Well, I go back to that.
He's been having some nice lanes here to throw and had plenty of protection.
I go back to that first Colts Oilers game. I think that was probably the best chance so far that anybody's had to beat you when I had a lead going into the third and took it down to the goal line. You intercepted, and then next thing you know, it was 35-21. You just took over. Well, the Bills play the Packers this year.
Webster.
You don't think more than that can do it to the Packers?
Wyatt Tittle's at he's at 99 yards. I know he's at 99 yards right now. I just forget how many carries. I want to say it's less than 11 though. It's like 7 or 8 or 9. Handoff to Webster. Webster is going to break his 100-yard carry right there with a 6-yard gain. So 3-yard gain. My bad. Looked a lot longer than that. 202 rushing yards for the Giants so far in this game. And that's between two 100-yard rushing running two players. Until thrown out to Walton. Not really getting much of anything.
Joe Walton, future head coach of the New York Jets. Also on the Giants is Dick Nolan, future head coach of the 49ers. Plays in the secondary.
Still dropping back, way back for supposed to be a screen pass. That totally got screwed up. This is one of the rare 4th downs that the Giants have had.
There was nobody there.
This is like the 3rd, maybe a 4th. I think it's the 3rd time they're going to be punting.
Down on the bottom, we just saw the score for the Buccaneers and Bengals, and former New York Giant quarterback Don Heinrich playing for the Buccaneers.
Oilers look like they're bringing the heat. Yeah, they were. That's a short punt. And the Giants missed it. Down at the 48 of the Giants.
Future Green Bay Packers kicker, Don Chandler.
I feel like something's wrong with the punter in this game, because normally when I'm playing with the Giants, if I have to punt, they've got a pretty decent punter.
He's just not used to punting.
Yeah, probably
Plus,
the
like
case here. because I don't usually punt, but on a rare occasion. Cannon getting the ball. Cannon somehow managed to get a first down. 10 rushes for 83 yards. He's having a pretty decent game himself. Not his best, that's for sure, but not his worst either.
I'm gonna
breaking that tackle.
sorry. I'm gonna look up the Heisman Trophy winners and see. If my phone will let me.
Back left. Hand off to Cannon. Cannon, 11 rushes for 90 yards.
I'll be right back.
Okay. 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 28. Oilers are just pressing them. Oh, false start on the left tackle. Mr. Jameson. It seems like we have been in the Giants' end of the field most of the game. Trying to find the ball for a short game. Looks like it's going to be first down. Yep. Oh no, they're not perfect. Giants lost last week to the to Vinny and his gosh, I was the Colts, I believe. Well, if they can't somehow pull an upset in this game over the Oilers here, they're going to end up suffering their second loss of the season. But I'm thinking the Oilers are going to pull out an undefeated season here.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. You're a Miss Terrible.
Yeah, I bet.
Oilers are still driving. 2nd and 2 at the 17. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Brown gets the ball and is dropped for a loss. I believe the Oilers have one more human game. I can't remember at the moment. I think
we think they still got the Giants.
Yeah,
I mean the Giants, the Cowboys.
Yeah. I think they got the Cowboys either in 2 weeks or as the last week or the last game of the season.
No.
I forget.
Here's something. He just retired. He's still in the league somewhere on a semi-pro team, but Alan Amici, who was with the Colts, was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Howard Cassidy was with the Lions. Paul Hornung in Green Bay. John David Crow with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Billy Cannon held to a 4th down. That's a rare sight this game for them. If somebody wants to log in to their PlayStation and look at the schedule, as I can't at the moment.
Yeah. Well, PlayStation's on TV, so
if you're
bring the game up on my phone. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Check my notifications and.
Yeah, because you're not broadcasting anymore.
Nope.
Tearing out the field there. We are now in the 4th quarter. Points separating them.
Okay. So I will load the Madden up. Welcome to the chat, Ryan.
Wyatt Tittle with a pump fake. Hitting Hall for a first down. It should be a first down. Looks like it's a first down. It's a first down. Giants need to wake something up here, and they're trying. Tittle hasn't really done much for a passing game today.
What is the score?
31-13.
Oh boy. You know, 2 seasons in a row where a team goes undefeated.
Something like that. Tittle dropping back for a screen pass to Webster. Webster gets away from the tackle, jukes around, and fumbles the ball. Who's got the Tennessee? Houston, or the Oilers end up getting the recovery. That was crazy. That was a crazy play. He broke that first tackle and then made that juke, and in the process of that juke gets stripped from him at the 40, and then it's just a pile on. That's a rare fumble on Webster's part. I don't think he's fumbled at all this season. That was it. That was the first fumble he's had as far as I can remember. Come to think of it, I don't think Tittle has fumbled at all this season either until this game. And he fumbled and gave up a touchdown.
So the Bears and Rams are next. All that's left will be the Bills and Lions, and that'll be tomorrow night around midnight Eastern.
Holding on the play.
Okay.
Most likely. Yeah, Phantom, I'm thinking that's probably going to be it. I mean, there's 6 minutes left, so...
Yeah, Deacon Jones got hurt in the bonus game when he was still white. Okay, we were looking for the Oilers, you said?
Yeah, Oilers schedule.
Well, I'm literally looking for the Oilers.
Well,
The Titans.
yeah, you're going to have to find Titans first. Cannon not getting much on that.
Next week.
Cannon
we get
actually
the Cowboys.
lost a couple of yards. Next week, they got the Cowboys? Okay,
Yeah.
so next week's a human
And
game.
then Eagles, Texans, Jaguars, Redskins, Jets. So
And they're all remaining. After the Cowboys game, it's all computer, right?
Yep. The Bears are done with humans. The Bills have the Colts.
Cannon getting the carry again. He's losing yardage here now. He's going backwards.
We get the Browns and Falcons coming in from Week 15. Browns and Broncos.
Oh, gosh. I'm not even sure. I'd have to look.
Look at what? No.
What is Tittle's QB stance?
Okay. Of course, that won't include this game.
I'll have to check after the game.
Yeah,
4th and 22. The Giants' defense is getting staunchy here in the fourth quarter.
Y.A. Tittle, 2,449 yards passing. He's 133 of 225, 20 touchdowns, 24 interceptions.
Yeah, he's just turning it over. You might be able to, if you can go into his you might be able to go into his edit and take a look at what his QB stance is as well.
As we're entering this game, he had 11 carries for 121 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Well, he's definitely increased that today.
Yeah, he's doubled that up. And he's coming back out onto the field to try and see if he can't somehow orchestrate a comeback. Hand off to Webster. Webster slashes up for 8 yards. What was that, Vinny?
Tittle's an overall of 90. He's an overall of 95.
Yeah.
What did you want me to look at?
His QB
Speed of
stance.
72. His stance?
Yes.
Three quarters. One.
He's 3/4 stance.
Yep. Anything else before I shut it back down?
No, that was the only request, really. So,
You know what I'm
did you
gonna
get
do?
that, Ryan? Tittle's using a 3/4 stance. Oh, Schaffner gets in for the touchdown. The Giants are trying to come back. They might, who knows? We probably should go for a 2-point conversion here.
Excuse me.
Vinny, you know what, Madden? They took out the no face mask option.
16. Or 17, actually. 16 had it. And then 17, it was gone. That's why I've been debating. I got a project in mind, but...
I'm going to drop back
Part of
looking
me wants
as
to-
all day. Throws McLeod to the left.
Part of me wants to use Madden 12 because you can still create teams.
I miss creating
I
a
don't know
team.
about... Yeah.
I miss creating a playbook where you could actually
Yeah.
design the routes and everything.
I don't know why they took that out.
Oh, I thought that was awesome. Okay, I'm getting upfield.
Getting my training done for the Bills so tomorrow I can just fire it up and play the Lions. The Bills defense is fired up. This game, they're basically playing the team they were modeled after in the Detroit Lions. If you don't know the story, Ralph Wilson was a partial owner of the Lions. When he agreed to take over to put a franchise in the AFL, he originally wanted Miami, but there wouldn't be a stadium ready. Lamar Hunt suggested Buffalo.
Giants
And,
stiffening up
which is
coming into
close
the
to-
2-1.
Same sort of region as Detroit, just go through Canada. Well, he then, when it were created, the Bills wore silver helmets, Detroit blue uniforms for the first 2 years. So
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Titans threatening to put it away on this final drive here for him. Cannon off the right side. That's nowhere. Comes down to 4th and 12. Let's see if they're going to kick a field goal. After 31, so it'd be a 48-yard attempt. No, they're punting it? What?
they're all confused without you on the team.
Yeah, right? But that would have been a 48-yard field goal. He punted it down inside the 10, though. Got it to the 9. Well, that would have been kicking the field goal. Unless he didn't have the wind. That could have been it.
I got gold on defense, got gold on offense. Good training.
Yeah. Giants got 91 yards to go. 152. Hand off to Webster. Wow, he breaks the tackle, gets up 20 yards.
Be right back.
No huddle. Giants trying to drive. Giants going to need more than one possession for this, though. Let's see if they have better management, clock management in the game than they do in real life. replays in this game. Challenges are screwed up. Tittle dropping back. Looking. Wow. Schufert down right at 32. 33. No huddling, trying to save their timeouts. Seem pretty confident that they're going to score on this drive. Webster down inside the 15. Flag on the play. And Benton to set. Nope, face mask. That helps the Giants out big time on this attempt to come back. It's going to get interesting here, I think. Wyatt Tittle going to run it in. Tittle just adding to his stellar running today. Over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown. To go with his running back who's got over 100 yards running. And I don't think the running back's got a touchdown. I forget. They're going for two? Going for two. Handing off the Webb, and he's not. Ooh, he broke 2 tackles and gets in. Wow. And they maintained 2 timeouts with 1:03 left on the clock. They're going to try to get this onside kick for sure. They're not going to recover that. That should do it.
All right.
They're showing a lot more heart in video game than they do in real life, I think.
How many timeouts do they have? 2?
They have 2 timeouts left. They didn't get the onside kick, but they are down by 3.
I see that. Sorry, I keep having to leave. Family.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. They all should be asleep at this point. That's. Hopefully they will after this, though.
Gosh. Giants might be able to get the ball back on them if they can stop the Titans or the Oilers from getting a first down. I mean, it's got to be quick plays, but if they can stop them from getting a first down, and they are just all over Cannon on that handoff. 55 seconds left, and it's 3rd and 12. The Giants might be able to get one more possession with no timeouts.
Okay, I'm a little confused. I'm catching up on the comments here. What is the one about Fortnite Battle Royale?
I don't know. That was Suave Gaming. I don't think that was necessarily an actual person. I think that's just a bot. Now they're going to go and kneel it.
So that'll mean...
And the Giants will be able to get the ball back.
15 seconds.
About 15 seconds or so.
The Giants will have it with about 10 seconds left.
Gosh.
They need a miracle. They've got a chance, but they need a miracle.
We've seen crazier things happen. Fair catch called. Oh, uh-oh. What was going on there? The Giants player didn't end up touching it, or? Oof.
No, it hit him on the helmet.
Did it?
Yep.
4 seconds left. Enough for one play. We're going to see a Hail Mary right here, I think.
That whole punt, when the Oilers...
Yeah, you're looking at a Hail Mary. It did look weird.
The entire team is lining up to Both teams.
Going deep. Big old pile, and that's it. That was interesting.
Well, they made it close at least. They too little, too late.
That was I was pleasantly surprised by how that game turned out, because I almost thought the Giants were going to pull off an upset.
We've had 2 good games so far tonight. Can the Bears and Rams make it 3? Playing a former Bear. Future Raider. Something tells me it won't be the same Blanda playing at the end of the
123 passing yards for both teams. The Giants had 239 rushing yards. The 2 takeaways were probably the big difference in the game. George Blanda, 91.6% completions for 2 touchdowns, 155 yards. While Y.A. Tittle went 666 for 136 for 2 touchdowns.
You know, Unitas had the same completion percentage tonight in the game against the Chargers. That's weird.
Thinking those 2 turnovers were the difference makers for sure with the way the score ended up being. Webster fumbling, and then Tittle fumbling. And Tittle fumbled twice, but he lost one of them, which resulted in that touchdown. You take that away, and the Giants actually end up winning the game.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for my broadcast.
Oilers get to 10-0.
And the Giants drop to 8-2.